Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Long time no see. I hope I can get through any coughing fits and everything else today, as today will bring you back to 1978. The sports time machine goes back to the friendly windows of, that's right, 1978 American League replay. We'll bring you the California Angels and the Minnesota Twins from Anaheim Stadium. Then we'll switch to Milwaukee's County Stadium. It'll be the New York Yankees versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Again, we'll play the computer PC. I'll take the home team and we'll go on from there. I want to welcome everyone in. It's been a while. Hope everyone is well. Hello, Ben. Thank you for coming in. It's been a while, and I hope we can get this moving along. So here we go. Here are the starting lineups for your Twins. It will be Cubbage followed by Smalley and Carew, Adams, Childs, Ford, Wanninger, Powell, and Randall. Of course, Mike Cubbage, one of the hottest hitters in Major League Baseball. We'll go over that when we get to him. For the Angels, their defenses, Rudy, Bostock, and Miller, all really good, 2, 2, and 1. And then it's Chalk, Molnix, Gritch, and Fairley. Behind the plate is Brian Downing, and on the mound is Don Ossie. His first start of the year, he had 179 innings. He should be a good workhorse for this Angel team. And we're off. So here we go. So Ossie on the mound. Mike Cubbage, one of the surprising stars of this replay, hitting 769 in 13 at bats, 2 home runs, and 5 RBIs. Ase from the windup. Here's the pitch to Cubbage. We're underway here. And again, it's Mike Cubbage deep to center field over Bostock's head, and Cubbage has a triple. So early MVP for Mike Cubbage continues. He leads off the first inning against the Angels with a triple. So here's Roy Smalley. Let's make sure I'm working as the owners of the Twinkies. Let's see. No, actually, yeah, I am the Twins. Oh no, the Angels will be the, let's see what I'm doing here. So yeah, Minnesota is played by the computer. Everything else is good. So Cubbage leads off with a triple. Here's Smalley. He's hitting 346, a home run, 3 RBIs. 5-game series against the Mariners have a tendency of boosting your stats. Ase from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Smalley, and that's going to be a fly ball center field. That will drive in the run. Bostock throws it in, not in time, and the Twins lead 1-0. Coming into this ball game, the Twins are 4-2, and the Angels are 1-3. So Carew now up with nobody on. He's been hot, hitting 393, 28 at bats, a double, a triple, and 5 RBIs. Ase with the windup. Here's the pitch to Carew, and Carew hits a line drive up the middle. That's going to be a double off the wall. So Carew doubles. He's on at second with one man out. Here's Glenn Adams hitting 188, home run, 3 RBIs. Ase from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Adams, and that's going to be a line drive caught by Gritch, 2 outs. And now here's Rich Childs. He's only had 2 at-bats on the year without a hit. Ase from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Childs, and that's going to be a strikeout, and he's out. So we go 1/2 inning of play. Minnesota 1, and the Angels coming off the bat. On the mound for the Twins, Roger Erickson. He's 1-0, 2.45 ERA, 12 hits in 7 innings. The Twin defense, not so much. Childs in left, Ford in center, Powell in right. That's a total of 9 out of a possible 12. So it's below average. Cubbage, Smalley, Randall, Carew. That's a rating of 11 out of a possible 16. The right side's good, the left side's not. Wanninger behind the plate, and Erickson is your pitcher. Angel lineup, it's going to be Miller, Gritch, Bostock, Rudy, Baylor, Fairley, Chalk, Molnix, and Downing. Here's the first pitch from Roger Erickson, and that's going to be a ground ball. The second hit at Randall. He'll field it and throw him out, 1 away. Miller came in hitting 176. Here's Bobby Gritch. No hits and 14 at-bats. Boy, he's having a reverse Mike Cubbage. He can't seem to find a hit. Gritch with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit, first base hit of the year for Bobby Gritch. So now here's Lyman Bostock. And, of course, they're kidding with Bobby Gritch right now. They're calling for the ball to be thrown in as Bobby Gritch is giving him a hard time. They think that's his first major league hit. Here's Lyman Bostock. He's struggling. 14 at-bats, 2 RBIs, hitting .71. You can see why this Angel team struggling with the wins. Erickson from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Bostock. And Bostock gets off the schneid. That's a double to center field. They will hold Grich at third, and the Angels have second and third and one out. Here's Joe Rudy. Rudy. Hitting 313 with three ribbies. The Twins will play the infield back. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Rudy. And that's going to be a drive to left center field. That's a base hit. So Rudy with a base hit. We're tied at one, and the Angels have three hits in a row. Now here's Don Baylor, one of the Angels that's actually hitting 357 with a couple doubles. Erickson from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Baylor, and that's going to be a line drive. Oh, he's going to get off the wall. Missed the home run just barely. Bostock scores. Rudy has to stop at third as Baylor just missed a home run by a couple inches. Fourth hit of the inning. Angels lead 2-1, and Roger Erickson getting beaten up here in the first inning. So now here's Ron Fairley. 4 at-bats, no hits. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Fairley. And that's going to be a drive to deep right field. That could go. It's deep, far, and gone. And that could be all for Roger Erickson. So now the question is, I cannot pull my pitcher. So I'm automatically going to go in defensive mode here and put the Angels. I'll put the Twins. I will put the Minnesota Twins now on manual and manage them because I don't want Roger Erickson out of this game in 1/3 of an inning. So we'll try to play a rule. If he hits his fatigue dot, we'll try to get him out there and at least pitch 5 innings or something, just because you don't want to blow a bullpen up. So here's Dave Chalk, 214 hitter. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit to center field. The Angels have 6 hits in this inning, and they are really hitting Erickson extremely hard. Here's Rance Mulliniks, no hits and 11 at-bats. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Mulliniks. And Mulliniks with a no line drive to Randall. That's 2 outs. And here's Brian Downing batting ninth. They batted around. He's 0 for 3 on the year. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's fly ball left field. They bat around. The Angels get 5. It's 5-1 Angels. So now here's Disco Dan Ford hitting 261, home run, 3 RBIs. Ase from the windup. Here's the pitch to Ford. And that's going to be a base hit for Ford. So the hitting shoes are on tonight. Base hit for Ford. They're not going to run on him. That's like a -3. So here's Butch Waniger hitting 167. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Waniger. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. They'll get the fielder's choice. Good hard slide by Ford. Here's Huskin Powell hitting 385, 2 ribbies. Ase from the stretch. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Bostock is there, 2 outs. And here is Bob Randall. He's so far 4 for 12 and an RBI. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bob. Hit him. Oh, he hit him by pitch. So Ase hit Randall, first and second, 2 outs. And here's Mike Cubbage. 2 on, 2 outs. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Cubbage. And that's going to be up. Struck him out. We played an inning and a half. 5-1 Angels. Of course, if we can get to this, after this, we will go to County Stadium where the New York Yankees will take on, that's right, the Milwaukee Brewers. Hey, how you doing, folks? Welcome to the Welcome Spokane, Steve. Yep, it is. At the Big 8 today, the offense is sort of on tack. Again, I decided not to leave the Twins on computer. I didn't want the computer to pull Erickson out of this game. Let's see who the Twins do have in this bullpen that we can go out of here. They do got arms. They're not without throwing. They got Surham who can give them major innings. So he'll probably be the first one out of this bullpen. So he'll probably at least go 5. Erickson from the windup to Rick Miller. He actually grounded out to start this mess. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive and a caught. It was a ballpark single, but Powell makes the catch. Here's Bobby Grich. He singled his first time up. Erickson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Grich. And that's going to be an ace hit. So again, Bobby Grich, after going hitless, has 2 hits. So here's Bostock, 1 for 1 of the double. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Bostock. He's got 2 hits. First and third, 1 out. Here's Rudy. So first and third, 1 out. Erickson struggling big time right now. Do you pull him this early? We'll have to see. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Rudy. And Rudy with a base hit. Holy cow. So we take a look at history and see what history says. 6-1 Angels. So this is going to be April 11th, 1978. Let's take a look at history and see how long Erickson did last this one. We'll take just a second timeout. I know we're trying to get in before RJL takes the network tonight as he begins the pennant chase, the last week of the Major League season. Let's see, 1970. Yes, my thumbs don't want to work today. MLB. Come on. Here you go. Let's see what's on tap in Major League Baseball. So the Angels and the Twins, real life. So it was 8-1 Minnesota. So guess what? Roger Erickson had a day for himself. And he lasted probably a complete game, if I'm right, because the way his numbers are. I'm guessing he probably did last the entire time. Erickson complete game, 7 hits. So this is definitely different from history. Ase went 4 1/3, then Paul Hartzell came in and pitched 4 2/3. So exact reverse of what happened in actual Major League Baseball. So here's Baylor. He missed a home run his last time up, but had a double. It's first and third, one out. Here at Angel Stadium, 1-12 on the singles, 1-9 on the home runs. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Baylor. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. Ford is there, throws it in. Another run batted in for the Angels. It is now 7-1 with 2 outs. There's Fairley. 3-run homer his last time up. That was his first of the year. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a walk, first and second, 2 outs for Dave Chalk. Erickson struggling to get out of this one. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Chalk. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. So Erickson gives up 2. The Angels with a quick touchdown. Rams 7, Vikings 1. Playing a little Canadian football with the Vikings getting a point. So it'll be Smalley, Carew, and Adams here in the third. Ase to Smalley. He sacrificed fly his first time up. 3 nines, a strikeout, 1 away. Here's Carew. Carew doubled his first time up. Ase from the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball center field. Bossack is there. 2 outs. Here's Glenn Adams. Ase with the windup. Here's the pitch to Adams. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Good play there by Gritch. He can't make the play. That's a base hit. So it gets by him. He's a 4-15. So the Twins have life here in the third. Here is Rich Childs. For his first 3. Adams from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Childs. And that's going to be a strikeout. We go to the bottom of third. 7-1 California. So Erickson still on the mound. Wants to try to give these Angels some innings. Here's the pitch to Mullenix. He lined out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. So Mullenix is 0 for 2. And here's Brian Downing. He's 0 for 1. He got out the last out of that big 5-run first inning. Erickson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Downing. And that's going to be a line drive deep left field. Childs is there, makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. Home run on 1-2. Here's Rick Miller. He's been up twice in 3 innings. Miller, nothing to show for it. 0 for 2 so far. Erickson with the windup, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive caught by the second baseman. And there you go. Roger Erickson, 3 up, 3 down. We go to fourth. Still 7-1 Angels. Ase with the windup here so far, pitching well. Not a great card to say the least. Here's the pitch to Disco Dan Ford. Singled his first time up. It's going to be a walk, so Ford is on again. Waniger up, run first, nobody out. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Waniger. And that's going to be a line drive. No, that was caught. Wow, if that was a 1-18, let's see. It was. So it was a web gem. A web gem by Bobby Gritch. He went all the way up. He had hops on that one. He must have went 10 feet in the air. Single 1-18. He drew the 19. Here's Huskin Powell. Ase from the stretch. I'll be on This Week in Baseball. Here's the pitch to Huskin Powell. Base hit Powell. So the Twins. 2 on and 1 out for Bob Randall. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. Ase kind of struggling here. Here's the pitch to Randall. And that's a double to center field over Bossack's head. Ford will score. Now I'm running a show for Minnesota. 1-14 says he can score. He's going to try to score. They are not going to try to throw home. It's 7-3 Angels. So the Twins score twice. Runner on second, 1 out for Mike Cubbage. He's 1 for 2, a triple and a strikeout. His average down to a modest 733 in 15 at-bats. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Cubbage. And Cubbage struck him out. He's 1 for 3. So now here's Roy Smalley, 2 outs, runner on second. Smalley doesn't hit in the clutch, loses a couple in that 2 column. Ase from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Smalley. And that's going to ground ball to second. Hit again at Gritch. Does he make the play? No, he doesn't. Gets through for a base hit. He knocked it down. Miller had a run in. That will score the run from second. It's 7-4 Angels. So the Twins with a 3-run fourth. Here's Carew. Ase now struggling. From the stretch, here's the pitch to Carew. And that is going to be a base hit for Carew. And guess what? The tying runners are on for Glenn Adams. He's got home run power versus righties. And let's see what happens. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Glenn Adams. And that's going to be a popped up, caught by Chalk, and ends the inning. Twins get 3 in the fourth. It's 7-4 Angels heading to the bottom of the fourth. We got a baseball game finally here. So now we're still in play ball mode here. Bottom of the fourth, it is 7-4. Trying to get back in this game. Let's see if Erickson can now give him another solid inning. Erickson with the windup. Gritch is 2 for 2. Here's the pitch. And Gritch has walked him. That's the third time Bobby Gritch has been on. Here's Bostock, 2 for 2. Getting his average up a little bit. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball into right field. That is Huskin Powell, 3-7, drops in front of him, can't make the play. So that will drop in front. Gritch to third, and the Angels trying to get some runs back. Here's Rudy, 2 for 2 and 2 RBIs. Surm is ready in the Twin bullpen. This might be the time to bring him in. Erickson from the stretch, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive to the shortstop. Smalley grabs it, no runners advance, and now here's Baylor. He's 1 for 1, 2 RBIs with a double. Erickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Don Baylor. And that's going to be a drive deep left center field. That's going to be over Ford's head. Gritch will score. Will they try to score Bostock? They will try to score him. They'll go for the lead runner. They'll hold the trailing runners, and he's safe. Angels lead it 9-4. And here comes, I believe, will be Gene Mauch. And that'll be all for Roger Erickson. Cannot do much more than that. New pitcher will be Gary Surm. Surm on the year, 2 saves actually, 2 innings pitched, 1 strikeout. So he's been known just get a couple outs to get a cheap save, but now he has to give the Twins some quality long innings. For runner on second, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Ron Fairley, and that's gonna be a fly ball right field. Let's see if they test the arm. That is basically a 1-18 to go to third. He'll just barely gets to third. Great throw by Huskin Powell. Runner on third, 2 outs. Here's Chalk. Surm from the stretch. This will be a big out to get. Can he get him? No, a base hit for Chalk, and it's 10-4, good buddy, as the Angels come back with 3 of their own. Here's Rance Mulliniks. Surm from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Mulliniks, and that will be a ground ball to first, and that is the size retired. Angels get 3 of their own. It is, we're pulling the handle down for the trucker. It's 10-4 Angels. We go to the 5th. So Childs, Ford, and Waniger. Ase still on the mound, looking to be the pitcher of reference and a pitcher on the winning side here in the 5th. Ase with the windup to Rich Childs. He's 0 for 2, and that's a ground ball to second, 1 away. And here's Disco Dan Ford, 1 for 1, single to walk. Ase with the windup. Here's the pitch to Ford, and that's a catch axe behind the plate. Should be caught, and it is popped up for Downing. So here is Waniger, 0 for 2. Ase with the windup. Here's the pitch to Waniger, and that will be a fly ball to center field. Bostock is there, makes the play. Hey, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's still 10-4 California. So Downing followed by Miller and Gritch. Surm now looking in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Downing. Ground ball to third, 1 away. Here's Rick Miller. Surm with the windup. Here's the pitch to Miller, 0 for 3 today. 4-10, ground ball to short. Tough play for Smalley, makes the nice play. Good dig from Carew. 2 out. Here's Gritch. 2 for 2, 3 runs scored so far. So Bobby Gritch, from hitting 0-0-0s, brought his average up to 125. Almost enough to get yourself a Slurpee. So Surm with the windup. Here's the pitch to Gritch. And Gritch has himself another hit. So Bobby Gritch comes in with no hits to start the game, has 3 hits and a walk. So here's Bostock, 3 for 3 and a double. Surm from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Bostock, and that's a ground ball to third. Tough play for Cubbage. He gets it, throws him out, and that will be the side is retired. Angels don't score. We're official here in Anaheim. Angels 10, Twins 4. So let's look at the Angel bullpen. Hartzell, who pitched in the actual games available, LaRoche, Miller, and Tom Griffin. So they do got some horses. Hartzell could be the first out of this bullpen. Ase with the windup. Here's the pitch to Powell. And that will be a ground ball to short. Good play by Molnix. Throws him out, one away. So now here is Bob Randall. Double his first time up. Ase with the windup. And here's the pitch. That will be a line drive. Caught. Oh, again, it's robbed by Molnix this time. So the California Angels on display with defense as they'll be on This Week in Baseball with those plays. Ase with the windup. Here's the pitch to Cubbage, 1 for 3. And he has a fly ball to center. So Mike Cubbage coming down the earth. He's 1 for 4. Bottom of the 6th, 10-4 Angels. So here is Rudy, followed by Baylor and Farrelly. Surm on the mound. Here's the windup to Rudy. And that'll be a ground ball to second, 1 away. Here's Baylor, 2 for 2, 4 RBIs. Surm with the windup. Here's the pitch to Baylor. And he hits a drive to deep left field. That's another double for Baylor, his third of the game. 3 doubles for Don Baylor. That's the 14th hit of the ball game for the Halos. Surm from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Farrelly. And Farrelly with the line drive. This time Bob Randall's defense comes to play. Nice play there. 1-14, 1-12 single, rolls to 14. So 2 outs. Here's Surm from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Chalk, who's 2 for 3. And Chalk with a line drive, base hit. Baylor had to stay there. Ball almost hit him. First and third Angels with 2 outs. Another hit for Chalk. Base hit number 15 for the Angels. Now here's Molnix, 0 for 3. Let's see if Surm can make the good pitch from the stretch. That will be a ground ball to first, and Molnix is 0 for 4. We go to the 7th. It's 10-4 Angels. Top of the 7th coming up. Smalley, Carew, Adams. Ase probably in his point of weakness as we go into the 7th inning. His point of weakness was the 6th inning, so he will be in jeopardy of getting in fatigue. Ase from the windup. Here's the pitch to Smalley, and that's a ground ball, 1 away. Here's Carew, 2 for 3 with a double. Ase from the windup. Here's the pitch, and that will be a ground ball back to Ase. Tough play for Don. No, he does not make the play. He fumbled in his hands, and Carew reaches. So E1 on Ase in the 7th inning. So here's Adams. Again, the Twins trying to get back in it. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Glenn Adams. First and third. Here come the Twinkies. Rich Childs up 0 for 3. We're in the 7th inning. We can start pinch hitting for our as-played lineups. So let's see if they got somebody who like to bat. He's their starting left fielder, and he's awful. So let's see. He's got a good card against righties. I hate the pull him out. Everyone else on this team are right-handers on that bench. So that might be the no choice there to leave Childs in there. He's going to have to swing. He's 0 for his first 5 with 3 Ks. First and third, 1 out. Ase from the stretch. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. Bostock will try to come in on it. Makes the play. Carew will tag and score. It's 10-5 favor of the Angels. So now here's Ford with 2 outs. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Ford. And that's going to be a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 7th inning stretch time. Angels 10, Twins 5. 10-5, bottom of 7th. So here we go, bottom of the 7th inning. And then we'll go to Yankees Brewers after this. That'll be the second game of our doubleheader. So here is Downing, followed by Miller and Gritch. Surm with the windup, and here's the pitch to Downing. And that's a strikeout. So Gary Surm comes in doing his job. Surm with the windup to Rick Miller. He's 0 for 4. He needs to get into the party and into the room where all the players are at without the hits. 15 hits for the Angels and Miller without 1. Here's the pitch, and that's a ground ball back to the pitcher. He's a 3-0, makes the easy play, and Miller continues to be outside looking in on the party. Here's Rick Miller. Boy, he come out strong. 3 for 3 in a walk. Average now up to $1.76. Surm with the windup. Here's the pitch to Gritch, and he gets another hit. Base hit for Bobby Gritch. Holy smokes. So Gritch with another hit. He's now 4 for 4. So Bostock is 3 for 3 with the ground out. Serm with the stretch. That was base hit number 9 for the Twins. And now here's the pitch to Bostock. And Bostock with a line drive. No, caught by Gritch. 2 outs. All right, is that 2 outs? Let's make sure. Wait a minute. What are we doing? No, we go to the top of the eighth. That was the last inning. So now we go to the eighth. It is Angels 10, Twins 5. 5-9-0 for the Twins, 10-16-1 for the Angels. Let's see if you are a manager for the California Angels. Do you let Ase go or not? Let's see. I'll go ahead and just do some recognizance on the computer, and we can see exactly what we can tell about Mr. Don Ase. He is still alive, 70 years old, born in Orange, California. So he's still with us. So in 1978, his second year, he was a Red Sox in 77. He was 11-8. He had, let's see, 6 complete games. So Don Ase, go ahead until you get tired. We'll let you get that complete game. Ase with the windup. Here's a pitch to Waniger. And should have said that. Deep fly right field. Back goes Miller. It's gone. 10-6 Angels. So the Angel bullpen starts to get loose, and now they're wondering if they should have took him out. Here is Huskin Powell. Ase with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Tough play for Mullenix. Makes the play. Wow. 3-36. Good play by Rance. Here is Randall. Ase with the windup. Here's the pitch to Randall. And that's going to be a base hit center field. Base hit number 11. And the Twins trying to fight back. Here's Cubbage, 1 for 4, triple in the first. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Cubbage. And that's going to be a strikeout for Ase, 2 outs. Here is Smalley, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. Ase from the stretch and the pitch. That will be a strikeout. 8 strong innings from Don Ase. 10-6 Angels. Rudy, Baylor, and Fairley. Serm with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout for Gary Serm. He's done his good job today. Serm with the windup. Here's the pitch to Baylor with 3 hits and 3 doubles. And Baylor is retired on a ground to short, 2 away. Here's Ron Fairley. So Gary Serm giving Gene Mauch exactly what he needed, stopping the bleeding. But unfortunately now the Twins have come up with 4 in the ninth. Serm with the windup. Here's a pitch to Fairley. And that's a base hit. So he's on. Another hit for Fairley. Here's Chalk with a surprising 3 for 4 day. Serm with the windup. Here's a pitch to Chalk. And that's a ground ball back to Serm. Should be an easy play. It is. Side is retired. We go to the ninth. Last licks, like to call them, for Minnesota. California 10, Minnesota 6. 10-17-1 for the Angels. 6-11-0 for the Twins. Carew, Adams, and Childs up. So Ase will stay out there. Here's the pitch to Carew. And that's a pop up to short. Mullenix with the play makes it 1 away. Ase 1 out. Here's the pitch to Glenn Adams, who's 2 for 4. And that's a line drive base hit. So the Twins put a runner on. Here's Rich Childs. He's 0 for 3. Ase from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive. No, another great play. This is saving their bacon today. That was an unbelievable stop. So let's see who they hit that to. That probably was a line drive to Gritch, actually. Another game saver. Won the 14th single, rolled the 19. So Mel Allen, how about that? That'll be on the Twib notes. The whole Angel defense playing strong today. 2 outs in the ninth for Ford. Ase from the stretch. Could this be the last out for the Angels? There it is. That is a ground ball back to Ase. He's made an error today. 3-24. And he makes another error. Ase cannot control it. First and second, 2 outs. A possible tying run is now on deck. And here's Waniger. Waniger now 1 for 4. Home run back in the eighth. That was his first of the year. Ase from the stretch. Can the Twins come back? Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. That's hit at Gritch. Tough play for Bobby. He makes the play, and the side is retired, and so is the game. So Don Ase kind of, what they say, scatters the hits. He gives up 6 runs on 12 hits. All but 1 was earned. 5 earned runs in 9 innings, 12 hits. He had 8 strikeouts, and the Angels win 10-6. 5 in the first as Roger Erickson got mauled. 3 in the third, 11 hits, 10 runs all earned. CERN went 4 and 2/3, 6 hits, nothing across. What a ball game in relief for Gary. Home runs by Waniger and Fairley. Doubles by Carew, Randall, Bostock, and Baylor had 3. Triples by Cubbage. So that's a ball game here. 21,000, and you nice folks are here watching this one. We will switch to the Yankees Brewers and get to our second team of colleagues in this second game of a doubleheader. So give me 1 second as we vamp the game back up, and we'll get this one underway. Catfish Hunter on the mound for the Yankees. This could be a long game for the Yanks. Taking on Jerry Augustine from County Stadium. Let's go ahead and get this game started, folks, and we'll go game 2. Let's go over the logistics. What's going on here in baseball? Let's see what's going on. What can we tell so far? Yes, let's go Brewers. Let's see. So far, thank you, folks, for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate you. So let's see what happens. Let's see if Bernie the Brewer could come out and go down to Sudsville for the Brewers tonight. So let's see what we have here. Get back to the game. So for the Yankees, it'll be Randolph, Rivers, Munson behind the plate, Jackson, Piniella, Chambliss. With the lefty, it's Cliff Johnson at DH, followed by Nettles and Dent. Normal Yankee lineup. For the Brewers, Heisel, Thomas, Lascano. That's 5 of possible 12. That's definitely above average. Bando, Mulder, awful. Money, and Cooper, which means Yount must still be on a DL. That is a total of 12 out of a possible 16. The 2s on the corners helped them. Behind the plate, Buck Martinez, 2E10. On the mound, Jerry Augustine, 2E0. This is his second start of the year. His first start was a no decision. Pitched 7 innings, a 4-hit ball. Let's look at the records. We get started here. The Brewers Yankees coming at a perfect 3-0. The Brewers at 2-1. Let's see if the Brewers can end that perfect streak for the Yanks. I don't like this Catfish Hunter card, so I'm not holding my breath on this one. Of course, Yankees in play today. I'll go ahead and play as the I'll play as the game playing against the computer. Again, I will switch to the Milwaukee Brewers as the de facto, again, human team if their pitcher gets in trouble. Again, this is 1978, not 2025. Want to make sure these pitchers do give length. Augustine did pitch 188 innings. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Willie Randolph. Ground ball to second. Willie did come in 7 of 14, so he's been hot. Here's the play. That's a base hit, so could not be played by Money's 4E14. So Randolph is on. Not a good start. Let's see if Randolph can get the jump. 25% he can, but he can't. He stays put. Here's Rivers hitting 214. Struggling with the bat. Augustine from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout for Rivers. And here's Munson hitting 231. Nothing across besides a double. Augustine from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Munson. And that's a base hit for Munson. Gets Randolph to third. First and third, 1 out for Jackson. Hitting 300, a home run and 4 RBIs. Augustine from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Jackson. And Jackson hits a drive. Oh, man, the defense comes to play again. On Money. Single, won the 15, drew the 20. So now there's 2 outs. Here's Piniella. He wants to be in there against lefties. 0 for his first 4. Has not seen a lot of action. Augustine from the stretch to Piniella. And that's going to be hit by pitch, and he'll have to leave the game. The daily injury bug for the Yanks. So we might see Roy White come in. So Roy White will replace Piniella. That's a big injury. As Piniella really likes hitting lefties. So here's Chambliss. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Chambliss hitting a healthy 429 with an RBI and a double in 14 at-bats. Augustine from the stretch. Big pitch to Chambliss. And that's a ground ball to second. Yankees do not score, and they lose Piniella. So we go to left field, and that will be Roy White. So Roy White will go and play left field. He's a 3E2, but he has a preposterous +3 arm. For the Brewers, Mulder, it will be Mulder, Money, Cooper, Heisel, Ogilvie to DH, Lascano, Bando, Thomas, and Martinez. On the mound, Catfish Hunter, first start of the year. Only 118 innings on the year. So Hunter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Molly. Molly on a 212 line drive, 1 away. Let's see if we can pull Mulder back up. Mulder was, no, I can't pull him up yet. I'll have to pull him up when the game comes back in. Here is Money. He is 6 of 12, home runs, 5 RBIs. Hunter with the windup. Here's a pitch to Money, and that's a strikeout. So 2 quick outs for Catfish. Here's Cooper hitting 429, home run and 5 RBIs. Definitely one of the more underrated ball players in the American League. Hunter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Cooper, and that's going to be a strikeout. Catfish Hunter gets through inning 1. No score. We go to the second. Here's Johnson, followed by Nettles and Dent. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Big Heathcliff Johnson in there to hit lefties. Fly ball center field. Thomas with the play, 1 away. Here's Nettles. Hitting 250, home run, 3 RBIs. Augustine from the windup, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive base hit for Nettles, so that's 1 out hit. Here's Bucky Dent hitting 143. No home runs, no RBIs. Augustine from the stretch to Dent, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball third, double play ball. The second, the first, and 2 double play. Buy 1, get 1 free at the Milwaukee Brewer concession stands for that double play. We go to the bottom of the second. Brewers nothing, Yankees nothing. Heisel up. He'll be followed by Ogilvy and Lascano. Hunter with the windup. Here's a pitch to Heisel. Heisel was hitting 308, by the way, home run and 1 RBI. This will be a fielding check. Hit at Randolph, 1E20. He can field it and makes the play, 1 away. Nice job by Willie. So here is Ogilvy. Ogilvy hitting 714, 7 at bats, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. You would think they'd get him in there more with those stats. Hunter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Ogilvy. And there's a ground ball to short, picked up by Dent, throws him out, and there's 2 outs. So Catfish Hunter playing with mirrors so far. Here's Sexto Lascano. Hitting 400, 4 for 10, a double home run, 3 RBIs. Hunter with the windup and the pitch. That will be a 6-3 on Hunter. Fly ball center field. Mickey's a 2E10. He makes the play. So Catfish Hunter has given the Yanks 2 strong innings. Get him out of there before it's too late. It's Yankees nothing, Brewers nothing. So Randolph followed by Rivers and Munson. Augustine still on the mound. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Randolph. And that'll be a ground ball to short. Mulder with the play. Throws him out. Cooper there. 1 away. Rivers 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Mick. Mick is a 5-5. Popped up behind the plate. Should be an easy play. It is for Buck Martinez. 2 away for Munson. 1 for 1. Singles last time up. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Munson. Munson to pop up the short. Mulder's there. Makes the play. We go to the bottom of the third. No score here in Milwaukee. They're looking at the crowd here tonight. About 26,000 or so. So not bad for an evening crowd here. So here's Bando followed by Thomas and Martinez. Hunter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Bando. And that's a ground ball to third. Nettles throws him out, 1 away. Here's Gorman Thomas hitting 333, 12 at bats, a home run and RBI. He's only struck out once in 12 at bats. Hunter with the windup. Here's a pitch to Thomas. And that's going to be a strikeout for Hunter, throwing the off speed to this Brewer team. 2 outs in the third for Buck Martinez. He's 0 for his first 3. Hunter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Martinez. And that's a ground ball to short. Catfish Hunter's pitch to the minimum. No score through 3. Yankees nothing, Brewers nothing. So top of the third, holy smokes. No score. Catfish Hunter playing with snow white mirrors right now. So now we go to the fourth, and it's Jackson followed by White and Chambliss. It'll be left, switch, and left. Jackson 0 for 1. Augustine, the left-hander, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive the second. This Jerry Augustine character, he pitches so good the left-handers kind of gets bashed against righties. But so if the Yankees majority of lefties they got on this team, that kind of will favor Augustine. But let's see Roy White now, a switch hitter batting righty. Let's see if that helps him. So far, White a home run and 7 RBIs through 8 games, through 8 at bats. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to White, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. That's going to be played by Money. He throws him out. So Don Money kept the glove on the ground, followed it through, and threw him out to Cooper. Nice basic fielding. Here is Chambliss 0 for 1. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Chambliss, left on left. So good damage there. 4th hit for the Yanks with 2 outs. And it gives Cliff Johnson a chance. Cliff, known to be a normal a slugger who loves hitting against lefties. Here in Milwaukee, 1 to 15 singles, 1 to 10 home runs. Augustine from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Big Heathcliff. That's going to be a line drive base hit for Heathcliff. Chambliss the third, first and third, 2 outs now for Nettles. Can the Yankees squeeze one across? Augustine from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Nettles. That will be a base hit for Nettles. Yankees lead 1-0. RBI Nettles. First and second, 2 outs. So now Johnson at second, who's awfully slow. Nettles at first, not much faster. So again, they're going to have to hit something in the gap for this to score. Here's Dent, first and second, 1 out. Yankees lead by a run. Augustine from the stretch, pitch to Dent, and that's a ground ball to second. Brewers come up to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 1-0 Yanks. Here's Mulder. He's 0 for 1, and he's 2 for 16 so far with 3 RBIs. So Mulder kind of struggling so far. Hunter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Mulder, and that is the first base hit of the ball game for Milwaukee. So Mulder is on. Let's see if he tries to run now. That's a -1 only to run. Hunter from the stretch. And nope, they go to a bunt. So a bunt down by Don Money. Mulder goes to second. Milwaukee plays small ball. Here's Cooper. This is where he needs to hit. He's a great hitter against righties. Let's see if he does here. Hunter from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch to Cooper. And that's a base hit, and the Brewers will tie this up. To the gap it goes. Mulder will score. Cooper with a double, and we're tied at 1. Here's Larry Heisel. He's 0 for 1. Hunter from the stretch in the pitch. Ground ball to third. Good play by Nettles, and that's 2 outs. And here's Ogilvy 0 for 1. Hunter from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Ben. Ogilvy on a base hit for Hunter. Cooper goes to third. First and third, 2 outs for Sexto Liscano. So Liscano comes up. Big opportunity here. He doesn't hit well in the clutch. Loses 2 in that 3 column. Good high probability spot. So we'll see if Hunter can get a big out here. First and third, 2 outs, tie game. And, Hunter throws a wild pitch, gets past Munson. That's going to be a pass ball. Brewers lead 2-1. So a big opportunity there, and Hunter messed up Munson, and he went to the screen. So Munson goes out and talks to Catfish, get them back on track. Hunter from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Liscano, and that's a pop up to short. Dent is there and makes the play. That was an anti-clutch. We go to the top of the fifth. Brewers lead it 2-1. Randolph, Rivers, Munson against Jerry Augustine now with a 1-run lead. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Randolph, and that's going to be a ground ball, the second one away. Here's Rivers. He's 0 for 2. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Mick, and that's a line drive base hit for Rivers. They've hit that 6-6 a few times. So let's see if he wants to run. This is a good spot for Mickey to run in. 25% can run, doesn't get the lead. Augustine from the stretch. Runner on first, 1 out. Pitch to Munson. That's a ground ball double play. Hits up Mulder to Money to Cooper. Again, buy one, get one free at the Milwaukee Brewer concession stand. That is what happens when we have a double play in this game. We go to the bottom 5th inning, 2-1 Milwaukee. So Brewers holding on to a 2-1 lead halfway through this one. Bernie the Brewer staying dry. Here is Hunter to Bando. Bando 0 for 1. Ground ball to second. Hit at Randolph. Makes the play. Throws him out. Easy play for Willie. So now here's Gorman Thomas, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Of course, we said he only struck out once coming this game. He's got his second. Hunter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Gorman. And that's going to be a line drive. Caught by White. Brings it back in. Home run won the 10. Got the 11. So deep drive to left field. White is back at the track, but the wind brought it back. 2 outs for Martinez, 0 for 1. Hunter with the windup. So they missed a golden opportunity there. Here's a line drive, and Catfish Hunter picks a nice 5th inning. We go to 6. It's 2-1 Brewers. Hunter, White, Chambliss to bat against Augustine. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Jackson, and that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a double for Jackson. Goes to the wall. Yankees have a runner on second with nobody out. Jerry Augustine's inning of fatigue will be the 6th inning, so this will be his fatigue inning. The Brewers in the bullpen. Our guest manager, Ben, in case you're interested. They do have a Yankee killer in their bullpen because he has yet to be in this rotation, and that is Mike Caldwell. So he had a fantastic season, 22-9, 2.37 ERA, behind Ron Guidry, one of the best seasons. But he's in that bullpen. Castro, he did have a save on the year. Castro, McClure, Rapology, Eduardo Rodriguez, and Randy Steins. They do got a bunch of relievers. Here's White against Augustine. Augustine from the stretch, pitch to White. And that's going to be ground ball to second. Jackson to third. Top of the sixth, the Brewers computer decides to bring the infield in. Ben, do you want the infield in? Now he's not. According to the game computer, he's not in the computer as of yet. Do you want the infield in as of the sixth inning? Runner on third, you're up by a run. You want to play it back. You have Chambliss up. Yes, in. So we'll go ahead and go Ben here as he's our guest commentator today. So we'll go ahead and switch to the infield being brought. So we'll stay him in. Runner on third, one out. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. Chambliss to Augustine. Left on left matchup. You may want to go to a righty or walk Johnson with Nettles on deck. So Augustine from the stretch, pitch to Chambliss. And that's a pop up the first. Cooper with the plate, 2 outs. The infield will move back. Cliff Johnson due up. He's neither clutch or not. Mr. Greg Nettles is on deck against a left-handed pitcher. We're looking at his results. He will get a clutch hit, but in a very weird spot. Okay, let's explain this, Ben. With 2 outs, Cliff Johnson's what's considered a 7L, so he's heavy strength is against lefties. Nettles is a 5R. Runner on third, 2 outs. Do you want to pitch to Cliff Johnson? Do you want a reliever, or do you want to pitch to Johnson, or walk Johnson to pitch to Nettles? So what you think you want to do, Ben? Go with this matchup. So you want to stay with it, huh? You want to pitch to Cliff Johnson, think he's just a home run or strikeout type guy. Okay. We'll see how that works, man. Here's Augustine to the very tough hitting Cliff Johnson. He's had a single so far, 1 for 2. Augustine from the stretch. Runner on third, 2 outs. Pitch to Heathcliff. And that's a good pitch. Fly ball right field. Lascano with the play, and he got 6 innings out of Jerry Augustine. 2-1 Milwaukee. Mulder, Money, Cooper to bat for the Brewers. Hunter with the windup. Here's a pitch to Mulder, and that's going to be a walk. So Hunter puts a man on. That could get their bullpen going. Money is due up. Sparky Lyle up in the Yankee bullpen. Hunter from the stretch. Here is the pitch to Money. And again, the second walk of the day. So again, Brewers go small ball. So again, they let Don Money with the sacrifice. Yeah, I probably would have done that. He's a 3L. He doesn't hit righties as well as he does lefties. All right, hang on. So I can call that back, Ben, and let Don Money bat with a runner on first and not let him bunt. Or do you want to go small ball and send Mahler to second with Cooper up? What would you rather do? Keep the result? No, he likes small ball. So Don Money does a nice job with the sacrifice. And we go to Cecil Cooper. 1 for 2 with a double. Runner on second, 1 out. Hunter from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball left field. Roy White's not bad. Makes the play, and there's 2 outs. There's no advancement. So Cooper unable to bring the runner to third. Oh, yes, he does. Mulder goes to third. That was not a guarantee. So Mulder just gets into third. And now he's on at third with the +3 arm of White. It probably gave him a 90% advantage. Runner on third, 2 outs for Larry Heisel. Oof. Heisel with Ben Ogilvy on deck. Hunter's going to have to pitch to him. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Runner on third, 2 outs. And that's going to be a walk, so kind of an unintentional, intentional walk. First and third, 2 outs for Ben Ogilvy. We're in the 6th, 5 2/3 out of Hunter. On deck is Lascano, who doesn't murder lefties like he did in 79. Bando, and then Thomas does smack lefties badly. So the Lyle is not available, they say. It's Clay, Gossage, Gullett, Eastwick. So Lyle being tired going in this one. Yankees probably had a rough outing this last one. Don Gullett has not pitched yet this year. Gives him 45 innings. Doesn't relief, though. So, again, that's a situation. So, Ogilvy will bat. Hunter has to get him out of this inning. First and third, 2 outs. Hunter, here's the big pitch of this ball game. And that's a ground ball to first, and Hunter gets the job done. We go to the 7th. What a baseball game. Brewers 2, Yankees 1. Yankees with 8 hits and the Brewers with only 3. Nettles, Dent, and Randolph. So Augustine looks in. Here's the pitch. Nettles, he's 2 for 2, actually. And that's a line drive base hit for Nettles. So he's 3 for 3 versus lefties today. So now runner on the ninth hit. So now here's Bucky Dent. He's 0 for 2. Randolph on deck. We are going to go ahead and play some small ball. Let's see if Bucky can lay down the bunt. And he does, and Nettles goes to second. Runner on second, one out for Randolph. Definitely a better hitter against lefties, with Rivers a lefty on deck, followed by Munson. Augustine from the stretch. Let's go ahead and let's see. Let's go ahead and put the Brewers on auto mode, not on auto mode, but on human mode. So Ben is here. So runner on second, one out. Randolph the batter. Yeah, he did with that Roy White +3 arm that definitely played a factor. So here is Randolph. Runner on second, one out. He probably wouldn't have ran on Piniella, but he did on White. Augustine from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Randolph, and that's going to be a fly ball left field. That is Heisel, 2E8, makes the play, gets it. Now Nettles can tag on a Heisel +2. Does he do it? No, it's only a 1-12. We will not get tagged. We will not get thrown out at third with less than 2 outs. Runner on second now, and it will be Rivers. He'll stay in there. He has to bat in this case. He almost had 559 at bats. Augustine from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be struck him out. So Jerry Augustine gives the Brewers 7 innings, gives up 9 hits, and he still leads 2-1. Lascano, Bando, Thomas the bat here against Catfish Hunter. Hunter will try to stay in here. Here's the pitch to Lascano. And that's a line drive caught by Randolph. By Dent, I should say. Nice play. So big out there. High probabilities, and got the out. So here's Bando. Hunter with the windup to Bando, who's 0 for 2, the captain. 2-7 to walk to Bando. Runner on first, one out for Gorman Thomas. Hunter from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Thomas, and that will be a strikeout for Hunter, 2 away. Now here's Buck Martinez. Let's see what Buck can do. Has Buck been a troublesome factor? Well, now we're in the 7th inning, Ben. Your better opportunity here could bat Charlie Moore in this situation. His numbers are about twice as good as Buck Martinez. Do you want to bat here for him? You don't see their team here. Let's see if we can put that screen on play here. Give me 1 second. We'll see if we can do that. So we have to do that. Hang on one. Let me see if I can switch screens, and so you can see what I'm looking at. So here we go. Let's see, we can. That doesn't do it. You have to be able to show Hang on, I know I'm not seeing, folks. Give me a second. I'll go ahead and get back to it. I got to see how to pop that other screen up. There has to be a way to show that. And let's see. Let's see. Nope, that only shows me that. I'll have to ask somebody how to do that. But let's see what Ben has to say first. I like more. How about from a fielding standpoint? That's a good question. So Buck Martinez's fielding is a 2E10 -1. Charlie Moore is a 4E11-0. So a little worse of a fielder, but he hits a little better. So I don't know if that makes a difference. Could. Martinez does have a little bit more power. It looks like it. But, again, by STRAT does kind of the statistics. So they say his numbers against righties are a little bit better than what Buck Martinez's would be against a righty. Again, it's all in statistics and how they play out. We'll go ahead and continue playing this. If not, and let's keep more for later. So let's go ahead and play him. So Buck Martinez bats with 2 outs. Hunter from the stretch, and here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to center field. Rivers is there and makes the catch. And we go to the 8th inning, 2-1 Milwaukee. Let's see who the Brewers have on this bench. Is Yount even on this bench? He is not. So he is not on this roster yet. So let's see. Is there a backup shortstop on this roster who's better than Mauder? You like the bat, but I don't like the glove. No, he is stuck on that roster, basically. So you're not getting him out of that 4E52 at shortstop. Here's Munson, Jackson, and White. Augustine with the windup, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to short, one away. Here's Jackson. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Lefty-lefty matchup. I don't see him taking him out for this reason. Here's the pitch. And that will be a strikeout for Augustine. 2 outs in the eighth. And here's White. Let's see now if the Yankees got something. Because again, I'm not in love with them. Let's bring in Paul Blair in. He's still on the active roster. Hits lefties a little better, and we'll see if he can. He'll play the field better. Augustine from the windup. Here's the pitch to Blair, and that's a ground ball back to the mound. What a job for Jerry Augustine! Gives you 8 strong innings. So now you have a question to ask, Ben. Do you get a cheap save out of Mike Caldwell to come in and pitch the 9th inning? So now here is the Brewers. Mauter, Money, and Cooper. Hunter will try to get the complete game. He's only given up 3 hits, but he trails 2-1. Hunter with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a line drive to short, one away. Here's Don Money. Struck out in 2 sack bunts. Hunter with the windup and the pitch. That will be a hit by pitch to hit Money, and Money will go to first. Here's Cooper. Okay, Hunter from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Cooper. And that will be a ground ball double play. Hunter to short, back to first, and an inning-ending double play. Top of the 9th, 2-1 Brewers. Okay, Chambliss, Johnson, and Nettles due up. What do you say? Do you want Augustine to pitch the 9th and see how he does with the left-left matchup? Caldwell was absolutely dominant versus lefties this season. He does have a tough hitter in Johnson, has a 1-run lead, and then gets another lefty in Nettles. Do you take the chance and bring in Caldwell? Is he registered as a closer, though? Let's look at their statistics. Caldwell is a 4, but non-closer. So he'll come in and he'll immediately get tired on the first hit. That's the problem you risk. What do you want to do? All right, Jerry Augustine trying to go the distance, as they say in the Field of Dreams. So Augustine with the windup. Chambliss 1 for 3 and the pitch. That will be a 5-ball center field. Thomas with the play, 1 away, and now Cliff Johnson's the batter. The Yankees have someone on their bench. I know Cliff Johnson murders lefties, but not so much. 337. They don't have anybody better slugging OPS-wise. So they'll go ahead and let Chambliss bat here. Johnson bat here. Augustine with the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 5-ball center field. Thomas is there. Last lick for the Yankees. There's 2 outs in the 9th, and it's Greg Nettles, 3 for 3. Nettles needs a hit to extend this to Dent. Augustine with the windup. Here's the pitch to Nettles, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. Complete game out of Jerry Augustine. He scatters 9 hits and win this game and sends the Yankees to their first loss of the year. Brewers 2-3-0. Yankees 1-9-0. So Hunter goes 8 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, gets the hard loss. Augustine, 9 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 3 strikeouts, and gets a complete game win. For the Brewers, they scattered hits. Ogilvy, Cooper, and Mauter had hits. RBIs by Cooper. For the Yankees, they had scattered hits, but Nettles was 3 for 4. It was the Yankees 1 in the 4th, the Brewers 2 in the 4th, and that was it. Brewers go to 3-1, the Yankees at 3-1. Well, folks, that's it. What we're going to do, we're probably going to play the Mariners A's offline, and then we'll come back to 4:13. There will be 3 games on the schedule. White Sox, Yankees. That is the Yankees home opener. We'll play that one. That's Wilbur Wood, Ron Guidry. That is when they brought the Reggie bars out. And then it's the Twins and Angels, which is Thermosgard and Ryan. So that's 2 quality matchups. We'll see White Sox, Yankees, Twins, Angels the next time we see you. Hopefully we can play that tonight. If not, we'll see you again for another day of action. So, folks, thank you so much for coming in. Ben, thank you for co-managing, but I appreciate you. So thank you for coming in. Thank you. We'll see you again. Probably see you over at RJL, who's probably starting in about 5 minutes. So we finished right on time. We'll see you all again. Thank you again. Appreciate. Please hit like and subscribe when you're here. Please come in and enjoy our game. Thank you. Sports Time Machine is out. This New York Yankee, this American League 1978 Stratomatic replay American League is now done for now.